There is a reason old photographs feel unsettling, not because they're faded, not because the people in them are gone, but because sometimes they remember things we don't, and sometimes they remember us. Tonight, I need you to listen carefully, because by the end of this story, you may feel an uncontrollable urge to open your phone, scroll through your gallery, or dig out an old family album you haven't touched in years. If you don't, ignore what you find, because this story isn't just about me. It's about what's been watching us, quietly, patiently, from the edges of our memories. It started as something ordinary, a rainy afternoon. No power, no internet, just silence, and a house that felt heavier than usual. I was cleaning my late grandmother's room, the one nobody had entered since her funeral. The air smelled like dust, old wood, and something faintly metallic. In the corner of the closet, beneath a stack of yellowed newspapers, I found them. The photo albums, thick, heavy, leather-bound, the kind family stopped making after everything went digital. I didn't expect fear. I expected nostalgia. I sat on the floor flipping pages slowly. 1970s, my grandparents on their wedding day, my father as a child smiling with missing teeth, family picnics, birthdays, holidays. Then something felt wrong. I couldn't explain it at first. Just a pressure behind my eyes, like the room had grown smaller. I went back one page. There in the corner of a photo taken at a family picnic in 1974. At first, it looked like a shadow, a blur near the tree line, too dark to be a person, too shaped to be nothing. I leaned closer. It wasn't standing with the family. It wasn't facing the camera. It was watching them, and suddenly I realized something terrifying. I had seen this figure before. I grabbed my phone and zoomed in on the photo. The blur sharpened just enough. A human outline, tall, thin, no visible face, just a darker darkness. My heartbeat slowed, not quickened. That's what scared me most. Fear usually screams. This one waited. I told myself it was a trick of light, a camera defect, a stranger walking by. But my hands turned cold when I flipped the page. Different year, different location, same figure. Always knew the edges, never centered, never acknowledged, like it didn't want to be seen. Yet, it kept appearing. I spent hours flipping through decades. 1980s, birthday party. There it was, behind the garage. 1990s. School graduation photo, there it was, between two parked cars. Every decade, every album, every location. Same height, same posture, never aging. But something was changing. It was moving closer. In the 70s, it was distant. In the 80s, clear. In the 90s, it stood only a few steps away. I checked the dates printed on the photo backs. They were real. Confirmed by handwritten notes. I called my father. "Do you remember anyone always being around when photos were taken?" I asked. There was a long pause. Then he said, "I thought that was just someone else's guest." I contacted relatives. An aunt remembered a man who never spoke. An uncle remembered someone who left before anyone noticed. Nobody remembered a face. Nobody remembered a name. But everyone remembered the feeling, a sensation of being watched, of counting moments until the photo was over. My grandmother's journals confirmed it. One line written shakily in blue ink, "He does not blink." I closed the book. The house creaked, and for the first time that day, I felt like I wasn't alone. I scanned the photos digitally, high resolution, no compression. Using modern forensic enhancement software, I isolated the figure. In every photo, the same anomalies appeared. No grain overlap, no motion blur consistent with humans. It wasn't a photographic artifact, it was present. I overlaid the images from different decades, perfect alignment, no aging, no shift in posture. As if time wasn't touching it, but it was touching us. I checked every date, every location, family trips, houses, parks, nothing abnormal, except one thing. Every location had a local story, disappearances, unexplained deaths, people reporting someone standing just outside the frame of memory. Folklore described it as the witness who cannot intervene, a being that observes bloodlines, not to harm, not to protect, only to record. The most recent album was harder to open. Photos from just 5 years ago. And there it was, no longer distant, no longer hiding. Standing less than 10 feet away, in one photo, its hand was visible. Long fingers. Too many joints. Pointing. Not at my family, at me. I didn't remember being there that day, but the camera did. I returned to the exact location, same time of day, same angle. I raised my phone camera. The live viewfinder was normal. Until a shadow appeared. Not behind me, not beside me, but inside the screen, standing exactly where it always stood. Only now, it turned, and for the first time, I saw its face, or rather, the place where a face should be, and I understood. It wasn't appearing in photos, it was using them. Back home, I opened the last page, the most recent photo, taken last year, a family reunion, everyone smiling, and in the foreground, right behind the camera, the observer, no longer watching them, watching you, the viewer. The reason it appears now is because it knows you're looking. So tonight, before you sleep, check your old photos. Zoom into the corners, look at the edges. Because if you find a figure that doesn't belong, don't panic. It has already seen you, and it's been waiting for the moment you finally noticed.